When picking a thread for your project, it's really important to pick one that matches with the fabric, but also that complements the fabric. The background to this is blue. We have black cows, brown cows. We even have a little bit of red and gold in here. So I pulled out some of the colors that I thought might go with it, just so that you can kind of see the difference it makes when you pick a different thread. I could use black, which would look fine with that, but it doesn't really go well with my brown suede. I could use blue because the background is pretty blue, but again, it would contrast kind of weird with the suede. The silver, there's some silver in the tail of that rooster. The background is kind of a slate blue, so it goes with the silver. It matches better with the brown, it's not as harsh. When I'm sewing a bag, I start with the straps and the pockets. Mostly because these are my least favorite parts to sew. If you're working on a pocket, it's also the best time to think about where you're going to add in your tag if you have one. I had these little tags made a couple of years ago when I was running my business. So it's got my brand on one side, Sugar Plum Originals, and then on the bottom it's got Handmade by Laura Bickiness. I usually like to tuck these into the pockets of my bags. I'll just pop it in to the side so that later when I'm sewing this actually onto my bag, it's already done. To begin my straps, I folded them and ironed them so that the side that I want showing is not showing. Just decide the thickness of your straps, what you want them to be, and then find a point to line up with. So on my sewing machine, I've got lines delineating 1 inch, 5/8 of an inch, and all the way up to 4 centimeters is my longest. So I'm going to make it 4 centimeters. I'll line up the fold with that 4 centimeter mark, and that way you can keep the stitches straight all the way down. This might change a little bit, but this side that's folded will stay straight the whole way. And there we go. So we've got the first strap sewn in reverse. Now I'm going to start on my pocket. What I did with my pocket is I folded in the edges where I wanted the seams to be, and now I'm going to just sew up the sides. I'm going to fold over the front of my pocket, and then this end I'm going to sew. This is just to finish the edge of the pocket. There's the front of our pocket now. This is where I like to kind of decide where I'm going to add any kind of embellishments, extras, stuff like that. Alright, so I'm going to make a little bow just to add a little bit of, I don't know, something extra to my outside. A quick and easy way to make a simple bow is to take a piece of whatever you're using, ribbon, or for me it's just like this strap fabric, fold it in on itself, and then sew after about 3 inches down, sew it straight together. Then you take that piece, flatten out the loop, and you're gonna have a bow pretty quick in there. And look, I really believe that half of sewing is just inventing it as you go. So you can totally follow patterns to a T when you're making some beautiful, intricate, or perfect garment, but if you're just making something for yourself, try different things. Maybe you'll surprise yourself and come up with an interesting way to tackle a problem you didn't really think about. And we've got a perfect little bow that I can just tack right onto my pocket. I just finished sewing that little piece of fabric onto the pocket so that it would look like a little bow on there. I'm going to add in the tag on this pocket too, but it's not going to be sewn in until I actually attach it to the bag itself. I'm going to turn my straps inside out. So right now they're actually inside out. I'm going to turn them right side in by tucking the fabric in on itself and then pulling it out the other end. And there we go. Now, it's kind of like a round tube. So once I iron it out, I'll iron it flat like that, and you'll have a finished strap. Okay, so now our straps and our pocket are completely finished. Finishing stitches on the outside of your pocket if you'd like to. I'm going to just because I like to think that it adds a little extra sturdiness to the strap. ahead and pinned my pocket where I want it. Now I'm going to just sew along the edges so that my pocket is attached to the bag before I begin sewing the bag together. I've changed my mind about the straps. I've decided I want to go with just one strap. So on the edge of the straps, I've done this pretty little edge pattern in that silver thread, excuse me. And what we're going to do now is put the bag together.